Hi, I'm Anupriya and we are learning today future perfect tense. This tense speaks about the action that will occur in future and will complete in future, or it speaks about such task or action where the possibility of occurring is not definite or is quite less, or it is not very much sure. Suppose if I say I will go tomorrow, it means there is quite a definite sense. There is a bit surety that yes, I am going tomorrow. But if I say I will have gone tomorrow, so let's see if I go or not. There is not very much surety of mine going tomorrow or any day in coming future. So where there the possibility of occurring the task is quite less, in that emotion or in that sense we use in communication future perfect tense. So going towards the construction or structure of the sentences, we just see how we form it. Alright, following the subject. In a sentence, when a subject is plural, that is I, we, you and they. I and you are the exceptional subject, which is definitely not plural once you see it, but we have kept this under the segment because we use the same auxiliary verb along both of the subjects that we use rest of the plural subject. So we use the auxiliary verb in this tense, that is will or shall have, that is will have or shall have. This auxiliary verb indicates that yes, we are talking about future perfect tense. So, subject at the head of the sentence, then comes will or shall. When the subject is plural, we can use both the auxiliary verb, that is will or shall. Both are right. If you are writing or communicating, both the words or verbs are right to use. Alright, so I will or shall plus have. I will have. Third form of the action verb or main verb, worked. Rest of the part of the sentence is object. So I will have worked on the project. Alright, there the probability or possibility of working on the project is not very much sure. मैं उस प्रोजेक्ट पर काम कर रहा हूँगा. So there the probability of working is quite not definite. That's why it is considered a future perfect tense. Now, when we use this tense in a negative form, so the structure gets different. How? Subject, then will have or shall have plus not reached at home. Rest of the part is object. We will not have reached at home. When we ask a question or the sentence is interrogative, so what we do, we put this auxiliary verb, that is will have or shall have, at the head of the sentence. So, will you have booked the movie ticket? I am asking a question, alright. Will you have booked the movie ticket or shall you have booked the movie tickets? Now, asking a question in negative form. Here the intention is actually asking, but somewhere there is a negative intention in asking. So the construction becomes, when we collaborate or combine will and not, so that becomes want. We can do the same here as well. So want they, which is a subject, have paid their mobile bill. Want they have paid their mobile bill. And when we use shall, asking a question in negative formation, what we do, we just separate shall and not, we put subject. Shall they have not paid their mobile bill? Shall they have not paid their mobile bill? Coming to the singular subject, that is he, she, it for any object or material and the name of any person. What we use auxiliary verb will have. Here we don't use shall, we use only will have. General statement, he will have part is object. He will have received his promotion. उसे अपना promotion मिल गया होगा या मिल चुका होगा. That is, there is a probability or there is a possibility of receiving his promotion, which is not very sure. So he will have received his promotion. Talking about the negative construction. She, which is a subject, will not have finished the work by Sunday. She will not have finished the work by Sunday. Again here, look at the possibility of finishing the work. Whether it will finish or not, we are not sure. Now, asking a question. What we are doing? Following the same pattern, we are putting the auxiliary verb at the head of the sentence. Will it have paved the way? Alright, here we are asking something. Asking a question in negative formation with a negative expression, that is, will plus not becomes want. Won't Ravi have applied for a job? Won't Ravi have applied for a job? So in this way, future perfect tense carries auxiliary verb will have plus third form of the verb, and when we speak in the communication this sentence or this tense, it shows that there can be a less possibility of probability of occurring that task in the future. It is not very much sure or definite. So practice it. Bye.